Oh, that one's working. How weird. Rocket, welcome on in, and congratulations on claiming first. I hope you're doing well today. That'll do. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Ooh. Does that mean it's fixed now? Nope, still broken. Ah. We'll just use that one for now. So we've got some technical issues today. Unfortunately. There seems to be a Cloudflare error with some of my overlay stuff. So it's not connecting to Twitch properly. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. I have tried. But it means that chat's going to look a bit weird on the main screen today.
Hello there.
Hello, Cyborg. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, very cool. Some people would be horrified to find out that the trans character is the baddie, but on this channel we support both trans rights and trans wrongs. Hey, Sue, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. It looks like that initial break is over, so let's head on over, shall we? Because we painting today. First hobby happy hour in forever. I am so excited. I will say that the one downside to that is that I haven't done hobby happy hour because I've not had time. I've also not had time to paint outside of streaming. This will be the first time I've painted any minis in a long, long time. So instead of going back to the rats, which you can see are lovingly piled up in the corner here, we're going to do something a little bit easier on me. Baddie in a complimentary manner, of course. Like I said, we support trans rights and trans wrongs. I don't know if song requests actually work anymore, so let's keep our fingers crossed. Because it's been that long, I've not even had the opportunity to test the song request bot that I have. I mean, jukebox requests are on, so let's have a look at the queue. Doesn't look like it worked, Cyborg. Let me see if I can command. The commands are labeled. Yeah, it'll be in here.
Hello there.
Hello, Torpor. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today.
Does it have to be mine?
Thank you for the treat for the bar staff. Yeah, it's all enabled.
Hello.
Oh. Commands. No, that can't be right. Here it is. Hey, Pom, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, Chibi-Tam gets a cookie when a treat is redeemed. I get a pick and mix. I get a slice of blue watermelon. Thank you, Torpor. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. If you can try putting it through the bar token menu and see if it works that way, Cyborg. No. It just doesn't want to play. It's very strange. Very strange. Okay, so I guess I'll turn song requests off for now until I figure out why it's not working. But I will add the Hobby Froggy song to the queue. And seeing as Spotify has decided that we want 2 Muse tracks in a row, I'm going to skip one and we'll have Froggies. Okay, This is actually really appropriate for what we're going to be painting today as well. 10 minutes in and I broke the jukebox, new record. Ah, no, you didn't break it though, Cyborg. And it was broken before the stream started. So, it's just, basically I switched over to a new jukebox and then immediately went on a hobbying hiatus, so didn't get to test the new jukebox. So it was always touch and go as to whether it was going to work today or not. I just sort of assumed that it would, and it didn't. It probably needs like reauthing or something like that. It's been a while, and Spotify tends to like you to reauthorize things after a while, especially if you don't use them. So today we are going to be, as a way of easing me back into painting, we're going to be painting some little friends that I got from Statuesque Miniatures, who are I believe, solo, but could be just small team, a small miniature designer and creator based in Scotland. I only found out that they were based in Scotland because this little guy... Hang on a minute. There we go. This little guy, check him out, is called Cloth Doug. Doug being what Scots call dogs. He's a dog. He's a little puppy. Pupperino. Hello, Hans. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. So I have, from Statuesque Miniatures, a whole host of little sack friends, for want of a better description. Here's just like a little sampling of them. There's more down here. You can just sort of see them. Hang on, there we go. There's more by the wet palette. Yeah. And I actually have even more that I haven't started base coating yet over on my shelves, because I saw they were doing a special offer last year on their new cloth goblins, who are not part of this set. Oh, wait, no. It was these guys, actually. These little cloth goblins. So they were doing a special where these were discounted, but they were discounting their entire cloth range, as it were. And I went, they're adorable. I need them in my life. I will take one of everything, please. I literally bought one of everything in their store. It's them that does the cloth goblins. It is, yeah. These are part of the same universe. So these are part of what's known as the Habernagerie, which I think is fucking delightful. But I thought, because they're so small and because they're so, like, cute and simple, they would be the perfect start point for getting back into hobbying after such a long break. Oh, nice, Palm. Just annoyed at banks at the moment. Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of a perpetual vibe over here too, but I'm guessing they've done something in particular to suffer your ire today. Okay, so now I have to make the very difficult decision of which little cloth friend do we paint first. I'm kind of tempted to paint this little guy first, because I love him. Playing dead. Very convincingly as well. But there's also these adorable little cloth cats. So I've got cloth cats and I've got cloth kittens. Here's a cloth kitten. You can tell it's a kitten because it's not really cat-shaped yet. But there's also these little cloth rats. There's like, I think there's 3 cloth rats, which are just fucking delightful as well. So I've really got my work cut out deciding who we start with. Maybe we start with the Doug, because he's very cute. I love his little face. Fuck it, we're starting with the Doug. So, the best thing about these little guys being patchwork fabric is we can paint them whatever fucking colours we like. And no one can say, oh, well, that's not a very dog accurate colour, is it? Not that it would matter if they did, because we all know my opinions on people trying to police the way you paint your miniatures. I'm thinking, for this little friend, we'll go for, I think, some blues. You could anyway, they are yours, exactly. Don't let anybody tell you how to paint your minis. Yeah, let's go for some blues. I'm feeling blue for our boy here. A little denim Doug. And what we might do as well, folks might remember these from the noughties. But you used to be able to get, especially with women's jeans, but I know there was some men's jeans as well. This Nina or the other Nina, Pom? Because I appreciate there is more than one musician with the name Nina. This one, oh, nice. I hadn't found anybody else that actually knew who this Nina was. Yeah, exactly, Cyborg. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, you used to, especially in the noughties, be able to get jeans that had got like embroidered patterns on the pockets and stuff like that. So what we might do with this little friend is when we have finished doing all the different denim bits, maybe we'll then like do a fabric pattern over the ears or something like that, or on the tummy. Just like paint one bit as if it's been embroidered, or even like have it just be a panel of interesting patterned fabric. I think that would be really fun. I don't think I've said hello to you yet. Hello, Agamemnon. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, no, that's a mouthful. I appreciate what you've done there because it's history backwards, but that it's too hard to read, let alone say. Swedish synthwave artist collabed a bit with her and produced an album too, I think. So she shot a video in Stockholm. I found out about Nina via a different synthwave artist that she worked with. So it may be that it's the same artist. I just can't remember who it was now. It was Assylian, you're right. I love Assylian. Oh, I don't think I shook that enough. That's come out. You can't see it because the dog's in the way. That's come out really dark. It's supposed to be this colour. So it's not the same. So we're going to close that back up and give it another shake. It's fine. I'm going to tilt the camera up a tiny bit. I appreciate it means you're going to be seeing the top of my head a lot when I'm sort of in the middle of things, but let's bring it over this way a bit too. There we go. But it means that you're not having to like stare at my thumb while I'm sitting upright. That's better. That's the colour it's supposed to be. I hadn't shook it hard enough. These have been sitting for a while. Like all of my painting gear has just been sat. So much so that I had to buy new membrane and new wet palette paper for my wet palette because I'd just left it. I need to be better about stuff like that. At least I cleaned my brushes beforehand, before I left everything sitting. So, maneuvering around the fucking camera arm there. Right, that should be in focus for you. So we're going to start with a base of, I believe that was Altdorf Blue. Yeah. Altdorf Blue. Which, for those that haven't watched a painting stream of mine before, because, well, it's been a while, or if you need a refresher, all of my Citadel paints get put in dropper bottles the minute I get them. And they are, I think they're like 3-to-1 paint to Liquitex. Probably not accurate, but basically I put a few drops of Liquitex into the dropper bottles to make sure that they're nicely lubricated, as it were. Too much. Because we're painting such small things today, somebody's going to get the honor of triggering the classic hobby happy hour command at some point. But not right now, because I'm currently using my regiment brush. As you could probably tell by the fact that you can see the fucking bristles on this thing. Which is very unusual for me. But start as I mean to go on. I don't know what colour we're going to paint the eyes yet. So I'm trying to avoid getting any paint on them for now. Just in case blue makes it really difficult to come back up from to wherever we need to be. I don't need to be too careful about the ground because I am just going to paint that brown. A little bit of blue in there won't hurt. Who are you and what have you done with the real pan? I saw what happened to Soul's insane detail brush. Oh, there are his eyebrows. He's a grumpy little fella. Yeah, I saw what happened to Soul's insane detail brush. And I don't want that to happen to my Psycho. I love it too much. No, Slow's actually in bed now, I think. Slow and I are operating on opposite sleep-wake cycles at the moment, so I also need to be very careful about not being too loud so I don't disturb him. Because I'm right next to my office door right now. And when I'm painting, I need to have the door open because it gets really hot under all these lights. Oh, that's so cool, Pom. I always forget how bad these base paints taste. I have never been to Stockholm. Actually, I've never been anywhere in that general region. Like, in terms of places I've travelled to in Europe, I've been to France and I've been to Greece and Italy. And that's it. Think of the three, Italy was my favourite. And I'm not just saying that because Rocket's in chat. Yes, I have heard about this rivalry, Hans. One of my co-workers has friends who are in Norway, and apparently they say very similar things. Look at that little blue friend. I'm not here to fan the flames of any rivalries, that's fair. We're here to chill. Paint a little blue dude. I'm not going to fuss too much about these two bits here because they're actually his teeth. So they don't need to be blue. They just got caught in the crossfire because I'm using a bigger brush than I'm used to. Check under the ears. Make sure we've got everything there. A little bit on his lip there.
Broadsword.
Broadsword. Hello, Cypher. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh, is the music volume okay, by the way? I forgot to ask. I don't need to worry too much about the blue being perfect, because if we've got majority coverage and then we've got some areas that are a little bit sort of darker, it looks like he's just got some patches of wear. You see what I mean? Went to the opticians today, got new varifocals. Oh dear. I should probably get my eyes tested again. My eyesight's gotten fucking terrible. Like, I literally can't read my screen without my glasses on anymore.
Just subscribed with Prime. Resub time.
Primbles as well. Hello,
Prime
Prime
just
welcome in.
For
I hope you're doing well
months.
today. And Cypher, thank you very much for subscribing with your Bezos books for 52 months now. And Primbles, thank you very much for being subscribed for 61 months as well. Two long-standing patrons of the bar there. In fact, I think you two might have been around for the original Hobby Happy Hours, if I'm not mistaken. Back when the bar was made of wood. Hey, Halo, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. So this is Statuesque Miniatures Cloth Doug. And we've decided he's going to be a denim Doug. And Primbles, I have a friend to show you.
Oh!
You'll like this.
Oh, hello.
Trying to get it in focus is going to be the hard part. There we go. Look! Tiny little cloth rat. And they're singing. They are singing their little ratty heart out. There are 2 more of them, but they're not on my desk right now.
Hype train started.
I don't know where they are. Oh my gosh, a hype train. And we've got the hype train song playing. I'm gonna just pause Spotify while we're enjoying the train. I still haven't fixed the hype train thing. I knew I forgot something. What a little guy, a friend, tiny. So thank you, whoever it was that set the hype
Bartenders,
train off.
give me a drink.
39 months.
I think it was Prime
Choo
that
choo.
set the hype train off.
Go
Thank
take your
you.
fucking meds.
Halo, thank you so much for continuing that hype train and subscribing for 39 months. Holy shit.
Get nice and moist for me, won't you?
Oh, thank you for the hydrate cipher. I have already taken my meds, but for anybody that needs to take theirs and hasn't yet, Rocket has advised you to do so. You know when you've got water that's just the right amount of cold? Always good. Just making all the noises now. Hadn't heard that one before, so long time whispering to me to take my meds sent me for a sec. Yeah, we've got I think if I remember rightly, Longfriend did 3 different 3 different versions of the medicate command for us. He also is the voice of our spoilers command, so if you ever see someone putting spoilers in chat, then somebody will rush to summon Longfang, basically. Deeply confusing because I haven't properly heard Goth's voice in a while, so my brain had a moment. Of course, because Tidders has been overseas. Nothing beats Godzilla. I don't know, I like Mothra. So, now we've got our base on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a slightly darker blue, because this is quite pale. And it's a little too pale for the kind of denim I want to go for. So that means the other blues that I've got here are also red yellow. So let's pop those over there for now, and let's go into the tray with the blues in, because I can see exactly the one I want. It's this one. Oh, Okay, I've given myself a tough decision to make again now. So we've got Cantor Blue, and we've got Night Lord's Blue. Now I think Night Lord's Blue will probably be a better bet because it will go on a little paler than it is when it's on the palette. So we'll go Night Lord's Blue, and if we have to bring it back up, we have to bring it back up. Nothing wrong with that. And you're getting a little bit of paint shaking ASMR, I believe. There was a Mothra plushie in Forbidden Planet. Oh, amazing. Oh dear, there was a bit of a blockage there. But we got it out. Okay. We are going to go for a slightly smaller brush this time because I was finding it very difficult to... I think Gamera is slept on, to be honest. Gamera is great. I mean, I am a big King Ghidorah fan, personally. Mothra will always be my first love. Okay, we're going to go for the character brush this time because that's a little smaller. And when the bristles have been tidied up appropriately, a little paint fleck stuck in there. Let's get that out. Hey, Podlord, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, there's a tiny paint fleck caught right in the centre of the bristles of this brush. It does not want to come out. There we go. Got it. See, that's what it's supposed to look like. Let's get a little water on this. Because as much as it's already being thinned out by the Liquitex, I'd rather this be a thin coat because it's so dark. Ah, the hype train has ended, and now our music can go back on. Yeah, this will do nice. So we'll just put a thin coat of this on. A very thin coat. And that should bring us to the denim point that I was after. What I'll do as well, once we've got him all painted up, is I'll paint little stitches along the seam lines in white, because I think that will look super fucking cute. We really want to amp up the denim look for this little guy. His models are deceptively simple. I mean, is it that they're deceptively simple, or that I'm overcomplicating things in the way I decide to paint them? Because I'm just getting very excited for all the fun things I can do with them, which is what I do with every mini I paint. No, it's switched off, Cypher, because the new jukebox isn't working. You haven't been stripped of jukebox access. We're just listening to my music tonight, because I don't have the wherewithal to fix the jukebox while I'm live today. I've already had to, on the fly, fix chat because the normal chat box that lives on this screen is broken. Not because of something I've done, it's a Cloudflare error, which bodes well for my workday tomorrow. Someone jammed the coin slot with napkins again.
Hello there.
Somewhat like that. Hello, Soul. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Volume is quiet. I did ask earlier, but I don't know if anybody actually responded. How's that? I've turned it up a tiny bit. Okay, we're going back to the regiment brush for these back panels. Just because I'm having a lot of trouble with these back panels, getting them nice and smooth. And they don't have to be perfectly smooth because of what we're going for here, but, you know. There we go. Okay. So we've got our basic colour for our little denim dog. Oh, I've not seen it, Cypher. Contemplating giving the fallen brush a nice little pyre to send it off. I feel like the coating on the brush body would not burn nicely. Feel like it would at the very least make a really nasty smell. Hello, Poirot. Hope you're doing well today. Ooh. Well, best of luck with the bathroom, Poirot, and enjoy your lunch. And thank you. This is a Statuesque Minis miniature. They are a local mini company. Just shaking up my next pot of paint. So what I'm planning on doing, and I'm hoping this fucking works, is I'm going to use one of my more battered brushes to... Nope. Are you finished peeing everywhere? I shook this one and it got a bit excited. So what I'm planning on doing is using one of my more battered brushes. Oh, this is Fenrisian Grey, for anyone that's interested. To kind of half dry brush, half stipple some denim patterning onto our little dog. I'm just being very wary of how much of this colour I have on my brush, because the last thing I want is to end up with too much of the pale colour. Yeah, like that. Bugger. Try and blend that back in. Better. Much better. Is it actually Orwell's Animal Farm? Or does it just happen to also be called Animal Farm? I'm feeling like his ears should be a little bit worn. So we're gonna just pale them up a little bit. Hmm. And let's also wear his tail down a little bit, like he's been wagging it a lot. So there's some stress around where the butt and the tail connect, and then we'll lighten up or darken up even the areas further down. There we go. He's been wagging his tail a lot. Oh, that is a horrifying thought, Cyborg. Thank you for introducing me to it. Okay. Let's see who gets there first, shall we? It's here.
Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it.
There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh yeah, we need to update the mini. That's because I've not updated what mini we're painting today. I forgot. Ah well. I just tried to put my feet on my footrest. My footrest isn't on this side of the room. It's on the other side of the room. Oh well. No footrest for me. I need to get another one so that I've got one for over here. I think I actually, yeah, I did. I put my foot in my bin. That was a smart play on my part. Right. I'm not sure what to do about his eyes because they're actually recessed into his little grumpy eyebrows. We do, though, want... Yeah, let's go for a little bit of elfic flesh. This is the Vallejo colour. Our first Vallejo colour of the stream. This is for his teeths. There's one. Oops. I've got white on his face. Well, off-white. Oh, that's fine. We'll touch it up. Just checking he's still in focus for you guys. Oh. Oh, this is weird. Don't normally listen to this track because it's the starting soon music. Always throws me off when it comes up on the playlist. Okay, there's his teeth done. Okay, chat. I need you to make a decision for me here. Shall we decorate his tummy or decorate his ears? What do you think? Tummy or ears? Don't ask us. Why not? But ears. Cora also thinks ears. Soul thinks ears. Okay. It's looking like it's going to be the ears then. Let's have a look at what colours I've got. Let's see what we could do. Or at least an ear. Oh, like make it look like one of his ears has dropped off so it got replaced with a fabric one. Ooh. Ooh. That could be fun. Yes, I like that. That's why he looks so grumpy. Because one of his ears fell off. Okay, that's what we'll do then. Now, my thoughts on what we could do here is we could go for a white fabric with a blue pattern on it. Or we could go for something a little bit more out there. We could go for something like a yellow fabric or a stripy fabric. I could have a go at painting little checks on his ear. That'd be cute. If I did checks, then it'd have to be like green and red checks, I think. But I have to make the decision. And I'm not sure I'm capable, because they all sound like great ideas and I only have one dug. I mean, obviously, these are things that we can do with some of the other minis as well. Like, at least one of the cats, I think, is going to end up being various different clashing patterns of patchwork, because I think that would just be fun. You think red checks? I'm thinking this ear as well, the one that we've made slightly more damaged than the other. Time to crack out the tartan paint? Yeah, exactly. Fuck it. Let's do it. Red and green checks. So we're going to go with angel green, legally distinct angelic green from Army Painter. Definitely nobody else that paints angels green, honest. Actually, I'm going to give that a check before I stick it on my palette. We'll also go for a little bit of orc skin, so that's going to be like our thin lines on the ear. And then our thicker lines will be red. Ah! Oh, that could have been bad. That just sloshed right out of the bottle. Not sure if you folks caught that, seeing as the palette's out of focus, but oh no, they're kissing. The greens are kissing now. Oh, do we want to go for... We could go for like a really bright, pure red, or we could go for something that's actually technically a pink. Go for Screamer Pink, and I'm kind of tempted to go for Screamer Pink because I think that'll look really nice with the dark green. We can always mix in a little bit of the pure red just to amp it up a bit if we need to. My nozzle's blocked. PSA, if your nozzle feels blocked, seek medical assistance. Come on, out you come. Oh, wow, it really is blocked. Like, I've cleared the blockage and it's still blocked. It does not want to come out. Ugh. Enact a violence upon my paint. There we go. I don't want too much, just enough, you know? Right. So, we are going to go with... You know what? Let's go with a classic Citadel standard brush for our dark green. Oh, break in a minute. Okay, fine, I'll stop. Okay, everybody. Now is a great time to grab a drink, grab a snack, have a stretch, get some fresh air, find your tartan paint, and I will see you in 3 minutes. After the break. Yeah, I'm gonna not. I'll take it. Oh my god. I'm doing this. Yeah, work those legs. He can definitely pelvic thrust, Jerry can. He's a popular guy then.
Oh, what's that?
He's only a little excited, can you tell? What's that you said, right? You mean the big door?
No, Dan. Look at the body.
I was going to. Just
Look at
fucking
it.
with you.
Perceive it.
What body? I don't see a body.
Perceive me.
We can get some water. Fuck. I put the bear trap down and then stepped in it. I am a failure. Oh, that was embarrassing. Do your thing. Tim's? Tim's. The door! I have opened it for you.
Hello there.
No, don't clamour at me. Go and get the egg. Tim's, egg, seek. Tim's, please, work with me here. We just kissed him goodnight.
Thunders your hawk.
No!
Hang
I'm
it.
at 79%!
We've done so much work!
Welcome back from the break, everybody. I hope you're all feeling
robbed.
refreshed. I timed that just right, didn't I? Hello, Waddle Dee. Welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Did I miss anything in chat while I was away? It is not Warhammer, Waddle Dee. This is Warhammer in the corner here, but this is not. Hello, Sinister. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Okay. Now I need my insane detail brush wherever that is. Could I get away with using my Kalinsky for this?
Hello.
Maybe. Ah, I dropped my paintbrush. Hey, Marzu, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. You didn't slip and fall on the ice. You're good. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. No, I think my Kalinsky's a little too big for what I'm going for. So it's time to get the Porto brushes out. Give me a sec. Behold, the Porto brushes. There's my detail. There's my insane detail. Lovely. What we want. Tell you what, chap. It's been that long. I have legit forgotten how I used to do this without messing it up. Like, paint wall on stream. Been a bit ill as of late, so had to skip rehearsals for the play I've been doing for half a year. Oh, Mazu, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better. Okay. There's one red line. Shit. My brain's just like, follow the line of the ear. No, we don't want to do that. This is fabric. So let's just clean that line up a little bit. There we go. Much better. And there's a little bit of pink missing here. Yeah. Oh, oh dear. Okay, song requests are now on again, but they don't work, so don't waste your time. I forgot that my song requests being switched on is currently linked to the now playing ticker, so you couldn't see what was playing on the screen. Okay. And now we want the Psycho again. God, this is going to be hard. That was actually a Sam and Max track, yeah. From season 2, I think. At some point, I really need to bring the stepladder upstairs and take my signed Steve Purcell print off of the wall so that I can realign it in its frame and put some mounting tape on the back of it, or painting tape, whatever. You know what I mean. This is very difficult. Trust me to be like, oh yeah, we're going to do something simple tonight to get me back into the swing of things, and then immediately pick the most difficult thing possible to do. I'd say I'm sorry, but I find lying to be abhorrent. The thing is, I could have said no, but I thought it was a fun idea, and it is. And I think it's turning out okay, considering. Oops. Went a bit too heavy there. Should be able to tidy up. Shouldn't be too difficult. Tidied too far. There we go. There we go. Not sure how clearly that's coming through on stream, to be honest with you. Let me put him here. See if I can. No worries, Cypher, you take care. Okay,
Oh.
Can you tell?
Oh, hello.
Can you tell that I've tartaned his ear? Like, I'm gonna put the light back where I need it. It's better. But hopefully that was visible, because it doesn't look like it's very visible on OBS. And hello, Kian, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. There we go. It looks like Wallace's slipper to me. Perfect. That's what we're going for. We're going for a slipper. I'm just going to thin that top line out a little bit. Better. There we go. So, our little cloth dog is almost done. Thought it was an ultramarine. No, it's a dog. It's a little dog. I don't actually own many Space Marines. I'm not a big fan of Space Marines, personally. They're not fun to paint. I feel like I want to make his eyebrows a different colour as well. Just so they stand out from the rest of his face. Thank you, Pom. Did not like painting Chaos Marines. See, I actually quite like painting Chaos Space Marines. I do not like painting Loyalist Space Marines. I find painting Loyalist Space Marines about as boring as I find playing Loyalist Space Marines. But Chaos Space Marines, you get to have fun with them. I'm very much about giving each piece its own bit of individuality, and you can't really do that with loyalist Space Marines because they're not supposed to be individual. Do you see what I mean? Shots fired. No, look, I have nothing against people that like loyalist Space Marines. I just don't like them for me. I find Chaos Marines too difficult with all the detail. Well, as can probably be evidenced by the fact that I just painted tartan onto a small dog's ear. I like a challenge, but I completely understand where you're coming from there, Ian. Like, the first and frankly only Space Marine I've ever painted was a Night Lord who is covered in, like, hand-painted, free-handed lightning bolts. I even free-handed his emblem on his pauldron because I didn't have any transfers. Yeah, that's fair, Sol. Night Lords are great. They are. They're so much fucking fun. Like, the reason I wanted to play a Night Lord in Black Crusade is because I read the lore for them and went, oh no, this sounds kind of fun, actually. And the Night Lord mini that I've built and painted is my Night Lord character from Black Crusade. And his armor's from all different eras, because, for anyone that doesn't know, Night Lords kind of play a game of grimdark supermarket sweep when they're done killing everybody. They just pick the bits that they like off of the battlefield and it becomes part of their armor. So he's got a beaky helm as a prime example. He's got I think he's got a Mark II pauldron or something like that. I can't remember the individual marks for each bit of him now, but I basically went to Slow and said, can I steal some of your Space Marine bits? And he said, yeah, sure, have at. So I rummaged through his Space Marine bits and took the bits I liked, and that became my Space Marine. He is a proper kit bash. Fair enough, Waddle Dee. What do we do about your eyebrows, little friend? What do we do about them? I did say earlier, Waddle Dee, as much as the requests are on at the moment, they aren't working. I've only got the request on because the ticker doesn't work without it at the moment. Oh, I loved the Night Lords books. I had so much fun with them. Yeah, I'm really at a loss as to what to do about his eyebrows because they don't look right at the minute. I need to do something with them. I also need to do something with his eyes. I think I'm actually gonna just make them white. Because I don't think anything else is really going to show up under there. I'm going to have to do some serious tidy up. Blend that in a bit better. There we go. It looks better just for him having eyes now. I don't know how clear that is on stream. I mean, I suppose that's one way to look at it, Waddle Dee. But I'm going to make these green. A lot of the people, myself included, that enjoy 80s music and other 80s themed things didn't grow up in the 80s and genuinely know bugger all about them. It's why it's part of why there's been so much backlash to the most recent season of Stranger Things and some of the more recent seasons prior to that one. Because it feels like it's cashing in on this nostalgia for the 80s. And personally, I just follow whatever I like. Yep, I'm not from the 80s. A lot of what I listen to is from the 80s because I was brought up by people that were listening to a lot of music in the 80s. No, I was born in the 90s. Yeah, I watched through the whole thing while I was at work, but as I said to my boss, it's a really solid second monitor show. But if you sit and pay attention to it, it doesn't hold up to the scrutiny, in my opinion. That's not to say that it's bad, but it's definitely not as good as prior seasons. Okay. I still need to do something about these eyebrows. They're driving me mad. I don't know what to do. I could make them a darker denim, I guess. There's a reason for that, Soup. It's actually a thing. So there is a directive that's come out of a lot of places that are making TV for streaming at the moment, like Netflix and Amazon Prime, that's called the Second Screen Directive. And basically what it is you have to make your TV show or your movie as digestible without paying attention as possible, because all of these studios have now come to the conclusion that you are not paying attention when you're watching something on their platforms. You are on your phone, you're doom scrolling, you're playing a game, you're not paying attention. If you've noticed a massive dip in the quality of writing, that's why. If you've ever wondered why it is in the last few years, every character seems to just blurt out their feelings and nothing's shown, it's all told, that's why. I'm going to leave the room now. I've left the room now. Yeah, exactly. Shit like that is designed that way specifically because the streaming services that these are hosted on are expecting you to not be watching the screen. Yeah, it's really fucking depressing, isn't it? Now, I will admit, I do use my phone while I'm watching films, but I use my phone while I'm watching Japanese anime in Japanese with the subtitles on. because I have to have multiple things going off at once to be able to function. But I'm paying full attention to whatever it is I'm watching whilst I'm playing the game on my phone. Just the way I am. And there are people out there that can do that.
Hello!
The majority of folks aren't doing that. Hey, Edgar, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. But yeah, so that's why, and I know I'm not the only one in here that's had that feeling of like, why does it feel like I'm being spoon-fed all this information when you could just be showing it to me? That's why. And it's really fucking noticeable in season 5 of Stranger Things. Yeah, exactly, Sue. There are ways to do that. Like, there's a movie that I've been meaning to watch for a while called The Gorge, and I deliberately haven't put that on while I've been working or something like that, purely because I want to sit and pay attention to it the first time I watch it. But I know with TV shows that are coming off of Netflix now, I don't have to fucking pay attention. Because they don't write them for people paying attention anymore. Having the worst TM winter so far. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Our Doug has little green eyes. And a little tartan ear. Can be improved by the correct application of a hobby tan stream. Oh, bless you, Edgar. You always say such lovely things when you visit. Visit more. No, you visit plenty. But I do appreciate the lovely words. Oops. Kind of thing that killed Police Squad back in the day. According to Leslie Nielsen, the head of ABC said viewers had to pay close attention to the show in order to get much of the humour. Yeah, exactly. And it's such a shame. Because, frankly, you don't have to pay that much attention, you just have to actually pay attention. I've been watching Severance today. Oh boy, is that good. But it is a show you need to pay attention to understand. So it's so refreshing to have to pay attention to a TV show these days. Again, I watched that on my second monitor while I was working, and I paid attention at the same time because it's a thing I can do. But yeah, very, very good show. Very much enjoying that. Looking forward to finishing season 2, probably in the next day or two. And I watched It, Welcome to Derry yesterday. That's really good. I will say, for anybody that's interested in watching that but gets put off by the opening scene in the first episode, it's a really good show after that point. It's just that the opening's shit. So bear with it for that opening scene. Skip the opening scene if you have to, because it's not really that plot relevant either. But the show itself is actually very good. Okay, we're going to go back. We're not going to use the psycho for the next bit. We're going to use the insane detail. And we're just going to paint in the stitches. I'll probably dry brush these big stitches so that they've got the look of like... Actually, you know what I'm going to do for the small stitches? I'm going to mix some of our pale blue with the white. So we end up with this really pale blue. Yeah. We have played Dispatch on stream, in fact. Waddle Dee. We played through it like as it released. Chat really enjoyed it. So I was thinking about having some small stitches along the seams, but I'm thinking maybe that's a bad plan, actually. What I am going to do, though, is, as we talked about, I'm going to put some stitches on the tartan ear. That stitch is a bit too big. That's okay, we can fix it. There we go. Then we want one more stitch just here. Damn it. Yeah. Actually, we want pink for this. There we go. There's his little stitches on his ear. Nope, there's no Omni-Man antagonist in the game. There is a Superman / Omni-Man parallel, but he's not an antagonist. He's actually part of your team, or can be part of your team. But yeah, it's absolutely not invincible again. If you've not played it, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic little game. Really well written, lovely story, wonderful characters. No, it's not like the Suicide Squad either. It's its own unique thing. If all you've seen of it is like one trailer and some reviews by people, check it out properly. Great music in the streamer mode as well, yeah. The sensor bar needs some retraining. But yeah, Dispatch is definitely one of my top games of last year. Things can be their own thing, absolutely. Like, obviously, there are parallels to known characters in the series, in the game. But that's intentional. I'm still not happy with your eyebrows, little friend. You know what? I think I'm going to make his eyebrows a stonewash denim. I think that's what we need. Oops. Hey, look at that! An Oscillion track. Who'd have thought? In my playlist. Fucking love Oscillion. Oscillion actually did my favorite, I want to say, but I think it's the only one I've ever heard, cover of the Ulysses 31 theme tune, and it was on the album that this track is on. Fucking love it. It's so good. Better. I'm happy now. I'm happy with him now. There was just something so off about his eyebrows being the exact same colour as the rest of him. There we go. There's our grumpy little guy. I think I'm going to do a little bit of dark, dry brush on his brows now, just to tie them back in with the rest of him. I love this painting handle as well. There we go. There's our lad. Got a tiny bit of touch up to do. Yeah. Okay, I think the Doug himself is done. Good grumpy boy, yeah. Yeah. Now I just need to paint the base. And then we have painted an entire miniature today. I know he's only a little one, but I'm quite proud of that fact. What time is it? And it's nearly finishing time as well, because I need to go and make myself some food. It's taken me 2 hours to paint a tiny little dog, but I'm okay with that. Oh, geez. You can tell I've been painting rats because my Dryad Bark Brown is almost completely empty.
Bartender, give me a
I
drink.
can't get anything out of that. Frankenstein, hello. Thank you so much for being subscribed for 39 months. Do I have any other browns? Ah, I do. Gothel Brown. Oh. 2 hours already. The time has flown by. Oh, it's not actually 2 hours because I start at 6:30 on Wednesdays now because of work. 2 hours is fast for that quality. Oh, Palm, thank you. Come on. There we go. I've always considered myself not a fast painter. I didn't want to say the other thing because I knew what you'd all say. No, he's gone to bed. I see how quickly other people paint. And I know you shouldn't compare yourself to others, especially when it comes to things like this, and I'm constantly saying that to you folks. But sometimes you can't help but look at how quickly other people paint and be like, yeah, I'm really slow. I do know you too well. It's almost like I've been doing this for nearly 5 years. Actually, it might be nearly 6 years now. No, it is. It's nearly 6 years. Fuck. I lost a year somewhere. Oh, yeah, last year. That's where I lost it. But yeah, I started at 6:20 today, I think it was. Because I managed to get out of work on time. Like, this is, well, not quite on time, but close enough to. I did start in March during lockdown. My first ever stream was the 20th of March, 2020. And it was Ghostmaster, it was indeed. And that was me testing the waters to see if we'd be able to stream Gorka Morka for the charity stream that I did at the beginning of April, I think it was. It might have actually been the end of March. You're most welcome, Pom. Thank you for being here. It's been lovely to have you. Quite a journey. It really has. And I do think as much as I've had a lot of breaks from painting in that time, I do think my painting skill has improved. Which is nice. I've seen Charlie the Unicorn, Dr. Waddle Dee. I saw Charlie the Unicorn back when it was first, like, airing, for want of a bit better description. Almost had a Bane moment there. In fact, I've got a friend that loves quoting it with me. But yeah, Charlie the Unicorn, Salad Fingers, Happy Tree Friends. I was brought up on that shit, for want of a better description. Not by my mother, obviously. But by the internet. Do not cite the deep magic to me. I was there. A little bit. I did go kind of Aslan, didn't I? See, this feels like kind of name droppy, but like, I met Slow. I wasn't really into Warhammer at the time, but I got into Warhammer slowly over a period of years. And when Slow and I got together, he got me watching Snipe and Wibs videos and If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. I had not thought at that point, we went to a local convention at the time, and Snipe and Wibs band were playing there. And I had not thought at that point, like 17 years ago at this point, that I would be 17 years down the line and friends with them. It's a weird world, but couldn't ask for better friends, honestly. They are lovely people. And I think about that a lot, silly as it may sound. It's just like, I do it with all my friends as well. Like, I think about the fact that there's so many things that have led up to me being friends with these people. And that I'm so insanely lucky that those things happened in that order to allow me to be at this point now. Oh my god, so do I. That was a long time ago. Okay. Let's get the finishing touches on this little fella. Let's not use the insane or the psycho for this. Go back to the classic Warhammer standard. Just going to paint some of the bigger pieces as little rocks. And then, see, my really dark brown is empty. I need more really dark brown, which is a shame. Unless I have a pot that I bought for the rats. Ah, okay. We'll use a little bit of this Catachan flesh, which I haven't drop a bottled yet. So let's hope it's still fucking good. It's still good. And then... Doko ni ikemasu ka? Ah. Ikimasu. A little bit of Nuln oil. Remember the upgrade from DOS to Windows 3.11. Damn. You're bigger than a bread box, okay? That's an interesting phrase. Logging into the family PC and watching Flash animations on Newgrounds, yeah. And Stick Death. I was a big fan of Stick Death. Perfectly normal, healthy child here. Honest. Cheshire stick figure fights were awesome. Yes. Remember when the internet sang to you when you went online? We had Joanna Lumley welcoming us when we went online. Unless you mean like the connection sound, because good God, I wish I could forget that. Those were the days, right? That's what they say. I think I want. Ooh, no, that's what I want. We're going to put a little bit of chaotic red on the base just to make some of the pieces look a little different. Or we would if my chaotic red wasn't clogged. Oh no, that's not chaotic red. That's mysterious off-white goop. We don't want that. Hey, what? It was a Sam and Max quote? Oh, okay. I don't remember everything that they say in Sam and Max. Nope, that's still gross. That's still gross. We're getting there. There we go. Bloody hell. I just want to pick out some of the rocks so that it's not just the same brown all over. Actually gonna... That'll work. No, it won't. Gonna make this rock under him here grey. It's better. There we go. I think we can call him done. Let's... There he is. I think actually there's one thing left to do before he's fully done. So he needs a little bit of a shadow under this ear. Just a very thin coat of the Night Lord's blue again. It's better. We do the same on this side. This side doesn't need it quite so much because the ear is a different colour. Or set of colours. But good practice to do it on both sides, seen as there would be a shadow. Do the same under his eyebrows. There we go. Let's just do a tiny bit around his teeth too. Better. Much better. It's very subtle, but I feel like it really helps. A little more under that ear. There we go. I'm happy now. I am finally happy. You know what he needs? He needs himself a little bass. So let's see what we've got. These were supposed to be for some weird minis. These are my generic ones. Okay. I think this used to be barbed wire in this pot. Yeah, it did. Can't even remember what I used the barbed wire for in the end. Uh-oh. There we go. My Gorilla Glue has glued its nozzle to itself. There we go. Again. Now covered in super glue. So what I'll probably do with him, but I'll probably do this off stream just for the sake of not boring you folks, because it's very difficult to do on stream, is I will cover his base and a little bit of the actual like attached base with some of my basing soil, and I might give him some flowers to sit in. What do you think? Maybe he's grumpy because he's got allergies. Get that little bit of glue off of him. There we go. But there is has a pudding base. Oh, you mean the little bit underneath him? Yeah, but now he's got like a solid size shape base. A uniform size base. Yeah, so I'll probably put some dirt on the base and maybe give him some flowers to sit around. Because I feel like he could do with something to cheer him up. There he is. One little cloth dog. Quite happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the fucking mess that brown came out as. Look at that. It's disgusting, isn't it? Oh, it's merging into its what it's supposed to look like. And now, yeah, now they're one. Okay. And there's the greens kissing. Put them a bit too close together. To be fair, the light green literally like jumped out of the fucking bottle and landed there. And these are my stickers. Here's me doing non-uniform bases all the time. Been using blobs of sprue goo to make uneven shapes that are more interesting than a perfect circle. Yeah, I completely get that. I had a fuck ton of sprue goo that I had to throw out before we moved. And I do love an uneven base, but I really wanted to like play with some of my basing materials with this guy. Like I said, I want to put some flowers on the base and stuff. And a round base gives me space that I wouldn't have otherwise to do that. Just going to clean all my brushes, which you can't see. So, there you go. You get to watch now. My cheap off of the internet little water pots slash brush cleaning station. There we go. And now back to Doug. Oh yeah, no, I know, Edgar. Don't worry, I didn't think you were like telling me what to do or anything. And I didn't think you were like trying to start a fight or anything either. I knew you were just sharing your opinion, and I was sharing mine with some additional context. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the basing kit out now. But that will have to wait for another time, because I've got to go make myself some food. Anyway, it has been an absolute delight to get back to Hobby Happy Hour. I'm going to take us over to the ending soon screen and quickly move my chair over to where that camera lives. And I'll see you over there. I wasn't fast enough. I was not fast enough. But at least I Oh no, it's actually swapped the cameras on everything. I didn't need to be over here. There you go. Smooth. I'm so out of practice. This has been an absolute blast. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. So nice to get a mini painted as well. I will be back on Friday. We will be playing some more Ace Attorney. So glad that we finally got a Hobby Happy Hour in. That felt so good. I'm feeling very positive about the whole thing right now, and you are part of that. Indeed, there will be opportunities to object. There will be opportunities to ensure that court is in order. All those good things. And I do intend to be wearing my garb for it as well, which is a lot easier on a Friday because I'm more likely to get off work on time on a Friday.
Order!
So yes. What was I gonna say? I think that was it. For those that saw the scheduling post but haven't seen the update I had to make to it, I forgot I'm supposed to be doing a plate up race with DMAC on Saturday, so there won't be a late night lounge on Saturday, but we will be over on the Wheel of Struggle channel. Racing two of our fellow strugglers at plate up. So that should be fun, particularly as we haven't had time to practice because the days that Dee had off work, I was working over Christmas. So we've not practiced at all. I'm only a little nervous about that. Yeah, so sure it'll be fine. So hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. If I don't, hopefully I'll see you at the Wheel of Struggle channel on Saturday. Now I need to find somebody to send you all over to. Oh, I tell you what, we're gonna go and see Adamification. We've not been to see him in a while, and he is playing a community favorite right now, because he's playing... Waiting for it to catch up. Disco Elysium. So, I've said my thank yous. You know when I'm going to be live next. All that's left for me to do is to say, hopefully I see you at a future stream. But until I do see you next, I want you lovely folks to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, pet your fucking dogs, and have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone, however you're spending it. Now, go say hi to Adam.